Hi everyone, I'm Navkishle again from Breakout Connect to Impact, and here we are with another episode of our podcast. So we have a wonderful guest, Mr. Surya Mahapatra, and he is heading the talent transformation of Wipro DOP, right? So the global head. So I welcome you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Nav, for this opportunity. Thank you for inviting me to your show.
So, what is the transformation you have seen? Because you have a varied experience, not just in India, outside India as well. You have interacted with so many people and you're responsible for the transformation of 82,000 people, which is a huge number, right? So, how do you see that? What changes have you witnessed in the last 2.5 decades?
Yeah, lots of changes. I think, and the industry or the corporates actually respond to the changes happening around them.
Yeah.
So there have been changes in the economy. There are changes in the geopolitical scenario. There are changes in the way people live. The societal changes. All the changes have taken place across the globe. So to give an example, if you look at the society today and if you look at people's career, in our earlier good old days, for our parents, it used to be education, employment, retirement. But today is very different. It is education, employment, then probably sabbatical, and then go on a world tour, come back, work for a couple of years, take a break, pursue a PhD, come back, start your own venture. So it's not linear anymore as it used to be. So organizations, so that has kind of led to evolutions of the gig economy.
Right.
So the words that we use very frequently today, moonlighting, gig economy, millennials, flooding the workforce. So, corporates will have to respond to that, right? So maybe today organizations have already started employing people who work for multiple organizations at the same time, or they're really looking at employing women who want to come back to work after that maternity leave. So this is just one example how is the workforce transforming, how are the organizations responding to that. From the command and control days where the boss was always right, and the boss, everybody has to listen to the boss. Things have now changed. In earlier days, there was one leader, and then there were people reporting, and then there were people below them, and so on.
Very vertical kind of setup.
Very vertical kind of setup. But now we are seeing networked organizations.
Yes.
Where today I could be reporting to you, tomorrow you could report to me, and then depends on which project we are working, what kind of expertise and experience and knowledge you bring in vis-a-vis the rest of the folks.
Correct.
And experience doesn't matter much. I mean, I could be more experienced, but you could be progressed, faster than I am. So, and that's how I think the workforce is changing.
Right.
And also, I think corporates are really looking at innovation in the big way. They have become more agile as organizations. Large organizations are breaking down to form smaller units. Right. And startups are really emerging. While many startups are not surviving, but I use this elephant and mosquito example very often. One can be large, but unless you are swift and agile, it's very difficult for you to survive. So, giving the example of an elephant, which is large, gigantic, but it cannot move fast. And a small mosquito can make its life miserable. Because mosquito is swift, agile, it can come, bite the elephant, and the elephant can't do anything about it. So that's what is happening in the industry today. Large organizations who are struggling to change, adapt to the changing environment quickly, they're actually struggling to survive. There's a big question mark on their existence itself. And
In fact, there was some examples, like we have seen the examples of Kodak, we have seen the example of
Plenty of-
Nokia. So many examples have emerged in the last few years and 2 decades that if the organizations are not changing, evolving, they are going to struggle to survive in this particular environment.
Yes.
And the changes is happening very swift, very quick.
Yeah.
It's fast. Within 6 months, you will find something new coming into the industry. There are a lot of
So the ability to change quickly is important.
yes. I mean, one has to be flexible enough to gauge the change, and our entire effort is to be ready for that particular change.
Absolutely.